Manchester United's future, inside the Sesko chase. Antony's exit plan, and Lich's recovery breakthrough. Welcome back, United fans. There's plenty to unpack as Manchester United's transfer window unfolds with stories you likely haven't heard anywhere else. We begin with an inside scoop on Benjamin Sesko's potential move to Old Trafford. This isn't just another transfer rumor. There's a personal connection behind the scenes that could tip the scales. Fabrizio Romano has been hinting at it. But what we've discovered about Christopher Vival's deep-rooted relationship with Sesko changes everything. Then we turn our attention to Antony's incredible turnaround in Spain. The Brazilian winger, who cost United £86 million, could now be on the way out for just £30 million. But here's the twist: he has suddenly become one of the most sought-after players in Europe. And one unexpected club is now leading the race to sign him. And finally, we've got a crucial update on Lisandro Martinez. After the devastating injury he suffered against Crystal Palace, some long-awaited good news is coming from Carrington. It could redefine United's backline heading into the new season. From boardroom politics and recovery progress to bold transfer calls and squad overhauls, this is the kind of in-depth United coverage you won't find elsewhere. So, grab your coffee, sit back, and let's dive into what's really going on behind the scenes at the Theatre of Dreams. This is Manchester United HQ View, and trust us, you don't want to miss a moment. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you're the first to know when news breaks. The untold story: why Benjamin Sesko to United might actually happen. Welcome, Reds. Today we're diving deep into one of the most intriguing developments at Old Trafford: Manchester United's pursuit of Benjamin Sesko. You may have seen his name linked with the club, but what we're about to reveal explains why this transfer could soon become reality. The spotlight turns to Christopher Vival, United's head of recruitment, but he's not just another executive ticking boxes. Vival shares a personal history with Sesko, dating back to when the striker was a 16-year-old talent scouted by Red Bull Salzburg. Guess who signed him? Yes, Vival himself. This wasn't a one-off interaction. When Sesko moved to RB Leipzig in 2022, Vival still played a role behind the scenes. Even today, he's often seen watching Sesko's matches in Germany. This isn't just about a club targeting a talented player, this is about a long-standing relationship. Vival knows everything about Sesko's game, his strengths, his temperament, what motivates him. When Romano refers to internal interest, this is what he means. Do these kinds of personal connections between club officials and players make a difference in modern football? Drop your thoughts in the comments. Why United need a striker like Sesko? Let's talk numbers. Last season, United's top scorer managed just 19 goals, and only 3 others hit double digits in all competitions. That's nowhere near good enough for a club aiming to compete at the highest level. In response, the club spent £127.5 million to bring in Matheus Cunha and Brian Mbeumo, who together netted 35 goals in the Premier League last season. But both players are more effective on the flanks. What United really need is a clinical no. 9. Enter Benjamin Sesko. At just 22, he's already made waves in Europe. He's tall, physically imposing, technically sharp, and knows where the net is. He could be the final piece of the attacking puzzle. Under Ruben Amorim and surrounded by talented creators, Sesko could thrive as the focal point of United's front line. What do you look for in a modern striker? Is it just goals? Or do link-up play and movement matter just as much? The transfer equation. Sales first, signings later. As always in football, nothing is straightforward. According to Romano, any move for Sesko depends on United's ability to offload players first. Rashford is already gone, freeing up wages and possibly bringing in a decent fee, but United are also exploring exits for Antony, Jadon Sancho, and even Alejandro Garnacho. Selling Garnacho would be a shock move, but if it funds Sesko's arrival, could it be worth it? It's a risky trade. Raw talent for ready-made impact. Would you make that call? Why this deal makes perfect sense. Now zoom out. United previously tried to sign Victor Osimhen, but things didn't fall into place with insiders at the club who backed the move. So why might Sesko be different? 3 reasons. First, the striker market is limited. Young, top-tier forwards are hard to find and even harder to sign. Sesko is a rare gem, proven, available, and still developing. Second, he's reportedly open to joining United without Champions League football. That speaks volumes about his belief in the project. And finally, the Vival link could be decisive. Transfers are about trust and relationships. And Vival's bond with Sesko could seal the deal. Would you join a club without European football if you believed in the long-term vision? Where things stand now at the moment, there's no formal negotiation between United and Leipzig. But that's not unusual. Big deals often simmer quietly before boiling over. Sesko is under contract until 2029, which gives Leipzig control over his price tag. United will need to spend big if they want to make this happen. If the club successfully offloads a few names, expect things to move quickly. Otherwise, it might be a case of waiting until next summer or settling for a more affordable option. Would you splash the cash now, or wait until the financial picture improves? What Sesko could mean for United's attacking machine? It's Sesko leading the line, flanked by Cunha and Mbeumo. He wouldn't just bring goals, he'd bring presence, movement, and purpose. United haven't had a true No.9 they could count on for years. At 22, Sesko isn't a stopgap, he's a long-term investment, and his arrival would signal a serious statement of intent to the rest of the football world, and an easy Spanish revival. What it means for United switching gears. Let's talk about Antony. The Brazilian's journey has taken a dramatic turn. On loan at Real Betis since January, he's rediscovered his form, bagging 9 goals and 5 assists in 26 matches. That's a major improvement from his underwhelming United stats: 12 goals in 96 appearances. Betis have helped him flourish. But they're not alone in wanting to make the move permanent. Reports suggest Atletico Madrid are now the for his signature, with Diego Simeone a big admirer of Antony's pace, flair and pressing ability. And here's another curveball: Erik ten Hag, now at Bayer Leverkusen, has expressed interest in reuniting with Antony. He's called the winger like a son, which shows how deep their bond runs. If you were Antony, would you stay where you're thriving? Step up to Atletico's Champions League squad, or link back up with Ten Hag in the Bundesliga? United's perspective: cut losses or hold firm. The club paid £86 million for Antony in 2022. Now they're ready to sell him for just £30 million, a staggering £56 million loss. But with Amorim looking to rebuild the squad in his image, United may view this as a necessary sacrifice. Holding on to players who don't fit the system can be more damaging than the financial loss. Lisandro Martinez, light at the end of the tunnel. Now on to some positive news. Lisandro Martinez's rehab is going better than expected. After suffering a serious setback against Crystal Palace, the Argentine warrior is close to returning. He's resumed training at Carrington, and his presence could be a game-changer for United's defense. Next season, a fully fit Martinez is a cornerstone for any team with big ambitions. His return could allow Amorim to play a more aggressive, high line, knowing he has a leader at the back. Final thoughts. What happens next? Manchester United's summer hinges on 2 things: shifting out players and executing smart, calculated deals. The Sesko pursuit could define the next phase of the club's rebuild. Meanwhile, Antony's future remains in flux, and Martinez's return gives reason for cautious optimism. What do you predict? Will Sesko arrive? Where will Antony end up? And how vital is Martinez's comeback for United's hopes next season? Let us know in the comments. And don't forget subscribe and turn on those notifications. The future at Old Trafford is unfolding fast and you won't want to miss a thing.